Hello, good afternoon, friends. A very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Gaurav Gupta, and I welcome all of you to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep, where today we are going to discuss about the DI tables and bar graphs, and it will be helpful for all the students who are preparing for MHCT MBA 2022 examination this year. All right. Now, before I start this session, I'll quickly go for a tech check and we'll understand if all of you can see me. So the students who are there in this session, quickly confirm if I'm audible and visible to all of you. All right, Sameer, thank you very much. Thank you for confirmation. I was also waiting for all of you. Yes, it's been a long time since I have taken a session on YouTube for all of you. So, guys, I am back with another session on DI tables and bar graphs. So, let's see if all of you can hear me live. Come on, quickly confirm if I am audible as well as visible to all of you. Those who are watching this session, give me a thumbs up. All right, Dharmi, Naman, Shibha, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. So, friends, a warm welcome to all of you once again to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. As some of you might know me, I'm Gaurav Gupta, and today I'll be taking a session for the students who are preparing for MHCT 2022 examination, and here we are discussing DI tables and bar graphs. I hope all of you must have already got the news that this examination has been delayed. I don't know if it's a good news or a bad news. So some of you will feel that this is a good news. For some of you, this is not a good news at all. But we cannot do anything. This is MHCT examination. Last year also the paper kept on getting delayed, and this year as well the same thing has happened. Never mind. We can take it in a positive way that we are getting some extra time for the preparation. All right. So, friends, let's begin with this session. Now, in this session, I'll be discussing a total of 3 sets of data interpretation. All these 3 sets have appeared previously in MHCT examination. One of these sets is from tables, and the other 2 sets will be from bar graphs. Now, the first set will be a warm-up set. I have intentionally taken an easier set so that all of you will warm up. The second set, the level of difficulty will be raised a little bit because it will be a bar graph, and you will have to pick the values from the graph that will be given. In tables, the values are given directly, but in bar graphs, the values are not given directly. Now, the third set will be a little tricky. So it will be in comparison to the previous 2 sets. The third set will be a little difficult, but it will not be very difficult. I'm just doing the comparison analysis. So the third set will be slightly on a higher level of difficulty as compared to the first 2 sets. All right. So good number of students have already joined me. So let's begin with this session. All of you, good afternoon. Those who have joined just now. So I'm going to display the first set on your screen as usual. First of all, I'll be displaying the common set of information, and then we'll be taking on the 5 questions which will be related to the first set one by one. No need to write down, no need to copy the data that will be given on the first page, because the table will be displayed, the graph will be displayed with each and every question. All right. So let's begin with this session. The first set on your screen now. Now I'll stay on this information for 30 seconds. The information says that study the following information carefully and answer the given questions. In a school, there are 5 teachers, and each teacher invited some students for a quiz. In the given table below, the number of students invited, the number of students participated, and the number of boys who participated in the quiz conducted by 5 teachers is given. So the table is pretty straightforward. We have 5 teachers, A, B, C, D, E. Number of students invited in the second column. Number of students participated from the number of students who were invited. So if I talk about teacher A, so number of students invited were 440, out of which only 330 participated, and the number of boys who participated out of these 330 students is given as 200. So this is the data that is very simple. Now let's quickly have a look at each of these questions one by one. I'm expecting a good communication from your side, a good response from all of you. Again, I'll tell you that if you're not solving these questions in a live format right now in front of me, then you are not doing anything good to you. So you will have to be attentive. You have to be solving each and every question. So first question on your screen now. Question number 1 says, what is the average number of students who did not participated in the quiz conducted by B, C and E together? Yes, I'll wait for 45 seconds on this question and then after that I'll start with the discussion. What is the average number of students who did not participated in the quiz conducted by B, C and E together? You may write your answer as option A, B, C, D or E. All right, any answer? Okay, so let's begin solving this one. We have to find the average of the number of students who did not participated in the quiz, who did not participated. So they were invited, but they did not participate. And we have to do it for B, C and E. So number of students who were invited in B is 600. The number of students participated is 480. So the number of students who did not participate will be the difference of these two numbers. So for B, for teacher B, it will be 600 minus 480. That is 120. For teacher C, it will be 750 minus 450, which is 300. And for E, it will be 800 minus 680. That is 120. Right? Now, if I'll take the sum of these three, the sum will come out to be 540. To find the average, I divide this sum by 3 because there are 3 teachers for which we have to find the average. So 540 divided by 3, the correct answer will be 180 and this is option B. Alright, so only 7-8 students could get me a correct answer. Saurabh, Akriti, Swagat, Rajiv, Naman, Anand, Sameer, Sanskriti and Sibha. Alright. So this was pretty simple one. The other students who are there live in this session, come on guys, pick up these questions and solve them in the live format and please post the answer. Okay, so let's move on to question number 2 quickly. Question number 2, if the ratio of the number of boys to girls who did not participated in the quiz conducted by D is 4:3, read the statement carefully. I'll give you some extra time, a minute or so. Find the total number of girls who are invited in the quiz conducted by B. Yes, any answer for this? Now this is a tricky one, okay? So please don't commit any mistake, solve it properly. Let's see how many of you can give me a correct answer for this one. Alright, so first answer is given by Anand. Alright, Anand, you're saying that answer is none of these options. Okay. Fine. Any other answer? Sameer also says option E. So if you're telling me that answer is option E, Anand, Sameer, can you tell me the number, the correct answer? Both of you. So if your answer is option E, that is none of these, so you will have to give me the correct answer. You'll have to give me the correct number. Okay, so let's start solving this one. Now they are talking about teacher D. Now for teacher D, the total number of students who were invited was 400 and the students who participated is 260. So I'll quickly write the number of students who did not participate. Okay, so number of students who did not participate is 400 minus 260. So students who did not participate is 400 minus 260. Look at the top of the screen. It is 140. Now this is the total number of students who did not participate. All right. Now I can divide these 140 students among girls and boys because the ratio is given in the question. So question says that the ratio of the number of boys to girls who did not participate in the quiz is 4:3. So boys to girls is 4:3. So 140 when divided in the ratio 4:3, it will give you 80 boys and 60 girls. So out of 140 students who did not participate, there are 80 boys and 60 girls. All right. Now, out of 260 people or out of 260 students who participate, the table says that out of these 260, 120 are boys. This is what table is telling us. So if out of 260 students who participate, 120 are boys, so the leftover 260 minus 120, that is 140 will be the number of girls. Okay, so now from this data I can say that there are 60 girls who did not participate and there are 140 girls who participate. So that means the total number of girls will be the sum of these two numbers, which is 60 plus 140. So the correct answer for this question will be equal to 200. That is 60 plus 140. They're asking the total number of girls who are invited in the quiz conducted by D. So total number of girls invited will be the number of girls who did not participate plus the number of girls who participate, and that number is 200, which is the answer for this one. All right, am I clear? The people who have given, the students who have given option E as the answer, do you understand your mistake? Swagat, Sameer and Anand, have you understood your mistake? Okay, great. So question number 3 on your screen now. Now this is also a good question to solve. Now people understand the way I am solving. So when I'm solving these questions, I am calm and composed. Okay, so you need to be very calm, very composed while you are dealing with such questions. Otherwise, the only problem is you might end up picking some wrong values from the table. Okay. So question is, okay, no problem, Sameer, no problem. Swagat, you have got your mistake. That is good. Okay. So question number 3, the number of girls who participated in the quiz conducted by A, B and E together is what percentage of total number of students invited for the quiz conducted by B? Now be careful with the numerator as well as the denominator. Okay. Now just be a little extra careful in the calculations that you are doing. Come on, be careful. Don't give me a correct answer. Sorry, don't give me a wrong answer. I'm really sorry. All right, all right. 132.5 given by Akriti and Swagat. Chaliye, let's solve it. Now the question is, first of all, they are talking about the number of girls who participated in the quiz. Who participated in the quiz by A, B and E. So A, B and E. So total number of students who participated in A is 330, boys is 200. So 330 minus 200, so number of girls who participated here will be 130. Okay, I'm writing it in the table. For B, it is 480 minus 360, that is 120. And for E, it is 680 minus 400, which is 280. All right. I hope I'm doing all the calculations correct. So 280 plus 120 is 400. 400 plus 130 is 530. So the numerator of our question will be 530. All right. Now we have to find out this number is what percentage of the total number of students invited for the quiz conducted by D. Now for D, the number of students who are invited is 400. So I'll divide it by 400 multiplied by 100. So simple calculation, 530 divided by 4. That should be your answer. Now you can do this calculation very easily. It will come out to be 132.5 percentage. All right, and the correct answer is option A, and this answer is given by a lot of you. So Akriti, Swagat, Raghavendra, Samir, Dharmi, Aruna, Selesh, and Naman, all of you have given a correct answer. Lovely, good. I have more than 30 students who are live, who are watching live this session. So guys, please do respond to each and every one. If you are just sitting and watching this session live comedy show, so this is not a comedy show which is happening in front of you. We are talking about some serious stuff, okay, and you will be able to gain something out of it if you will solve anything. Okay, so please keep it up and solve. Give me answer for this one. Question number 4 on your screen. Hi Vijay, how are you? What is the difference between the total number of girls who participated in the quiz conducted by all 5 teachers and total number of boys? So difference between the total number of girls who participated and the total number of boys who participated. Quickly, a very simple straightforward question, should not be taking more than 45 seconds to find an answer for this. Difference between the total number of girls and total number of boys. This is what you will have to calculate. People who participated. Okay. I'm sorry, Jay. I don't know. Okay. So Samir, Anand, Saurabh, 3 answers. Nice. Come on, keep it up. Okay. So there are different ways. So what I can do is I can calculate the number of girls separately. This is one way. So let's do that. So in the first case, the number of girls is 330 minus 200, that is 130. So I'm writing the number of girls here. 480 minus 360, 120. 450 minus 210, that is 240. 260 minus 120, 140. 680 minus 400 is 280. Now you can add the total number of girls, you can add the number of girls as well as the number of boys and then calculate the difference. Okay, so if I'll add them, so 250, 490, 630, 910. So I'm getting this number as 910 for the total number of girls. For total number of boys, it will be 500, 700, 800, 1200 and 1290. 1290 is the number of boys, right? Now if I take the difference of these two, 1290 minus 910, so this value is coming out to be 380. Okay, so 480, some of you have given the answer as 480. No, the answer is 380, not 480. So probably some of you have just made a very small error in the calculation. So the correct answer here is 380. All right. So again, this one was pretty simple. Okay. Now the total number of girls can also be calculated by adding these students and subtracting the boys from this. Okay. So this is one another way out for getting the total number of girls. Right. So there are 2 or 3 different ways of handling this question, but all of them will lead you to the same answer. Let's quickly move on to the last question of this set. And then after this, we still have 2 more sets, which will have slightly higher level of difficulty as compared to this one. So fifth question for the first set. Which of the following teacher has the maximum percentage of students participated in the quiz conducted? Now, don't just start doing the calculations. Just go for the observations a little bit. Also make use of some percentage equivalence of fractions. All right. So please don't just start calculating these values. Apply some logic as well to get the answer for this one. Maximum percentage of students participated is for which teacher? Maximum percentage of students who have participated is for which teacher? Saurabh says A. Student with the name of football goal says A. All right, Rajib, Aruna, Raghavendra, Sweetie, all of you are telling me that the answer is option A. Okay, nice, good. Sweetie, Akriti, Sameer, nice, nice. Okay, so let's start solving this one, right? Now, all of you have given option A as the answer, and let's see if this is correct or not. We have to find the maximum percentage of students who participated in the quiz. Now, number of students invited is 440 and who participated is 330. So the fraction of students who have participated for teacher A will be 330 divided by 440. All right, 330 divided by 440. Okay, that is equal to 3 upon 4, and we all know that 3 upon 4 is equal to 75%. So for teacher A, the percentage is 75%. Which of the following teachers has the maximum percentage of students participated in the quiz conducted? So invited will become the base and participated will become the numerator. So for teacher A, 75% of the students have participated in the quiz, right? Now let's look at the same thing for teacher B. So teacher B, 480 divided by 600 will come out to be 4 upon 5, and 4 upon 5 is 80%. So obviously option A is not the answer because option B is coming out to be 80%. Okay, now these two are simple to calculate. Now I'll take 80% as my reference and we'll see if any one of these values is more than 80% or not. Okay, now if I look at this part, 450 upon 750. So if I'll do the calculations a little bit, 450 upon 750, I can write it as 45 upon 75. Further, if I take 5 common from here, or I can take 3 common or 15 common as well. So I can take 3 common, so it will become 3 upon 5, and that is 60%. So this value is 60% and it is not the answer. Fine. So C will also not be the answer. Now keeping 80% as the base, 400, I'll check is 260 more than 80% of 400 or not. Now 80% of 400 is 320, right? 80% of 400 is 320. 260 is less than that. So option D will also not be the answer. Okay. So C is eliminated, D is eliminated. Now let's check for E. Now what is 80% of 800? Can you all tell me what is 80% of 800? Now 80% of 800 is 640. Now this value is greater than 640. So for E, the percentage is more than 80%. So yes, guys, the correct answer will be option E and not any other option. Okay, so Rajib and Swagat have just now written the correct answer. Okay, fine. Are you all clear with the way I have solved them? Now the values, the fractions, they were so easy that I can easily compare all these by converting them into percentages. Okay. So the correct answer for this one will be option E, right? All right. So that was set number one. Now let's move ahead, and before going to set number two, quickly, I want each and every one of you to quickly like this session, comment, share, and subscribe. So if you haven't liked this session up till this point, quickly, come on, go and like this session. I have very less number of likes. There are 35 students who are watching this session, and I have only 25 likes up till now. So quickly increase the number of likes. Come on, friends. All right. Now let's move on to our next set for the day. Now this will be based on bar graphs. The set is given in front of you, the common data. Now study the following information carefully and answer the questions given below. In the bar graph, the number of jeans manufactured by two different companies A and B in 5 different months, January, February, March, April, and May is given. So the data is pretty straightforward. All right, the data is pretty straightforward. Okay, now I hope you all have understood the data, and let's move on to the questions one by one. Okay, so question number one on your screen now. So that is question number 6 for today. What is the difference between the number of jeans manufactured by company A in January and March together and the number of jeans manufactured by company B in February and May together? Now be careful when you mark the answer for this one. Be very careful. So again, the data is pretty simple. Though you cannot directly pick the values, this is not a table, this is a bar graph. So you just have to project the values on the y-axis and pick the values carefully for company A and company B. Yes, any answer for this one? Okay, enough of time. Let's start solving this one. So what is the difference between the number of jeans manufactured by company A in January and March? So company A, January and March. So company A, January, it is 60. Company A, March, it is 80. So the sum here is 60 plus 80. That is 140. Okay. And the number of jeans manufactured by company B in February and May. So company B in February, it is 120, and in the month of May, it is 80. So 120 plus 80, it is 200. So we have to find out the difference between these two numbers. So 140 and 200. What is the difference here? Come on, people, any answer? Right, good. So all of you have given a correct answer. This was pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Correct answer is option C. All right, let's quickly move on to next question, question number 7. So this set seems to be a little easy. It's just that this is bar graph, so we don't have direct values, but picking up the values from this graph is also not very difficult. What is the average number of jeans manufactured by company B in January, February and April? Prachi, you are asking difficulty level yahi hoga. Prachi, I think you have joined a little late in this session. At the beginning of the session, I have mentioned that these are the actual sets which have already appeared in MHCT examination in the previous years. Okay, so I believe this information is more than enough to understand that will be having same level of difficulty or not. So this is the exact set from the previous year papers of MHCT. Now, what is the average number of jeans manufactured by B in January, February, and April? So, for B in January, it is 140, February, it is 120, and April, it is 100. All right. So, 100, 120, and 140. These are three numbers which are in AP. They are equally spaced. So I can say that the middle term will be the average. So the average of these three numbers has to be 120. Even if you'll find the sum of all of them and will divide it by 3, you will get the same answer as 120. Okay. So the sum of these three numbers is equal to 360. So 360 divided by 3, it is 120. So the correct answer is option A. Nice. Let's quickly move on to the next one. Question number 8. The number of jeans manufactured by company A in April is what percentage of the number of jeans manufactured by company B in March? This is a very small thing we need to take care in such sets is we are picking up the right values from the table. All right, nice. Yash. Okay, any other answer for this one? Saurabh, Akriti, Aditya, Aruna. Aditya, please check your answer. Your answer is not matching with the answer of other students. Okay, the number of jeans manufactured by company A in April. So company A in April, it is 120. So numerator will be 120. Is what percentage of the number of jeans manufactured by company B in March? So company B in March, it is 160. So we need to calculate this percentage. 120 upon 160 is 3 upon 4, and 3 upon 4, if I'll convert it in percentages, it will come out to be 75%. Okay, so remembering percentage equivalence of fractions will also prove to be very handy, very time saving in dealing with, or like while you are dealing with such questions. Okay, so percentage equivalence of fractions, I have repeated the same thing again and again in my previous sessions in percentages in data interpretation. So make sure that you remember percentage equivalence of fractions properly. Okay, question number 9 on your screen now. Yes, Samir, if you're taking 30 seconds or less, it is good. It is good time. Okay. For these type of question, the set that we are seeing just now, you should not be taking more than 30 seconds for every question. All right. Question number 9. What is the ratio of the number of jeans manufactured by company A and company B together in January to that of May? All right. So the ratio of number of jeans manufactured by company A and company B together in January. So together in January, company A is 60 and company B is 140. So the sum in the month of January is 60 plus 140, that is 200. And in the month of May, this number is 160 plus 80. So 160 plus 80 is 240. You just need to find out the ratio of these numbers. The ratio will come out to be 5:6. The correct answer is option B. Okay, Nilesh, careful. Kaduji, careful. Jia, some of you have given answer as option A. Guys, what are you doing? Why are you committing such a big mistake, such a big error in such easy calculations? No, you're not allowed to do that. So please be a little careful. That's it. Just pick the right values from this graph, and you cannot get a wrong answer. Okay. All right. So last question for this set, and then after that we'll move on to the third set of the day. So question number 10. If the ratio of the number of jeans manufactured by company A to company C, now they have introduced a new company. Okay, so the ratio of number of jeans manufactured by company A to company C in February is 5 is to 4. Find the difference between the number of jeans manufactured by company B and company C in February. So a little indirect question, but an easy one. Salesh, you will get one tough question, one difficult question. Don't worry. The next one. So, Salesh, every year you will get a mix of the level of difficulty. So, there are some sets which are on easy side. There are some sets which are on difficult side. Okay. Not all sets are easy. Not all sets are difficult. All right. Great. Correct. Now, if the ratio of number of jeans manufactured by company A to company C in February. So company A in February, it is 100. So they are saying that 100 upon company C is given as 5 upon 4. So upon solving this ratio, we'll get the value of C as 80. All right. So C in the month of February is 80. Now, what they're asking us is find the difference between the number of jeans manufactured by company B and company C in February. So company B in February is 120. Okay. So B is 120 and the difference of these two numbers will be equal to 40. So 40, that is option D is the correct answer. All right. Okay. So this was set number 2 for the day. Again, a little easier set. Now we are going towards the next set, which is going to be of slightly higher level of difficulty as compared to what we have done just now. Okay. But before we go to the next set, I want all of you, each and every one of you to quickly like this session. Come on. So if you haven't done it yet, please quickly press a like button, comment, share and subscribe our channel, and do press the bell icon so that you will not miss any of the notifications of all the upcoming sessions, right? Okay, so let's move on to the third set of the day. I'll be spending some extra time on this common set of information, asking you some questions about this. So quickly study the data that is given on your screen now. Okay, so the data is saying that the given below bar graph shows, careful, it shows the average of the total number of water bottles and oil bottles sold. This is the first thing that it is giving. So if you look at the graph, it is given by blue color. Okay. So look at this thing at the bottom of the graph. So blue bar is the average of the total number of water bottles and oil bottles sold, right? The red thing is the percentage of water bottles sold out of the total bottles in 5 different months: July, August, September, October, and November. Okay, am I clear? Now, before I go to the first question, I want to understand one thing. Okay, so let's talk about the month of July only. Okay, so can you give me the separate number of water bottles sold and oil bottles sold in the month of July? Quickly, all of you. I'll give you a minute for this. I want the number of water bottles sold in the month of July and the number of oil bottles sold in the month of July separately. Just quickly give me this answer and write your answer in the same chat box. In the same message, write both these numbers respectively. Number of water bottles sold and number of oil bottles sold in a single message. I am talking about the month of July. Come on, let's see how many of you can do this. All right. Shubham, Saurabh, I got two answers up till now. Come on, guys, write your answer. Okay, okay. So a lot of different answers I'm getting. So 6496 is one answer, 40 is another, 5050 is another. Okay, so let's look at this data. Now, first of all, with the blue bar, it is average of the total number of water bottles and oil bottles sold. This is the average. Okay, so in the month of July, average is given as 80 for two things. So I can say that the sum will be 80 multiplied by 2, that is 160. So the sum of total number of water bottles and oil bottles sold in the month of July will be 160. So in the month of July, total bottles sold is 160. It is not 80. Okay, so this is a basic mistake that we may commit. Now, blue is giving us the percentage of water. So people who have mentioned 50-50 or whatever 40 and 40. So red color is the percentage of water bottles sold. It is not the number of water bottles sold. So in the month of July, 40% is the percentage of water bottles sold. So number of water bottles sold here will be 40% of 160, and that is 64. So if 64 is the number of water bottles sold, the number of oil bottles sold will be equal to 160 minus 64, that is 96. Or you can say that if 40% water bottles are sold, then the remaining 60% oil bottles will be sold. So you can calculate the number of oil bottles as 60% of 160 as well. All right. So people who have given a different answer than this, have you all understood what will happen in this case? What will happen in this graph? Yes or no? Come on, quickly tell me if you have understood this thing or not. Write yes or no. If you haven't understood, write a no as well. I'm waiting for all of you. All right. So some of you have understood. Great. So let's move on to the first question for this set. Now be careful with whatever I've explained here. So question number 1 for this set. The number of oil bottles sold in July is what percentage of the total number of water bottles sold, total number of water bottles and oil bottles sold in the month of October. So number of oil bottles sold in July is what percentage of the total number of water bottles and oil bottles sold in the month of October? Careful. Option A, B, C, D, E. All right, Yash and Saurabh have given one answer. Nice. Okay, so let's check this one out. What will be the answer? So the number of oil bottles sold in July. So first of all, let's talk about July. So July, we have already calculated the number of oil bottles sold. So total bottles sold in the month of July was 160, and oil bottles is 60% of 160. Okay. So I'll write 60% of 160, right? Is what percentage of total number of water bottles and oil bottles sold in the month of October. So in the month of October, the total number of bottles sold is 60 multiplied by 2, that is 120. Okay, so divided by 120 into 100, this is what I have to calculate. So 96 upon 120, right? Now 96 is what percentage of 120? 96 is nothing but 80% of 120. So the correct answer will be 80%, right? So option D is correct, and wonderful to see that almost all of you have given this answer. Lovely. Let's move on to question number 12 with this. Now a little lengthy, they have included one extra month, which is December. So if the ratio of number of water bottles sold in November to December is 9 is to 10, and the ratio of number of oil bottles sold in July to December is 4 is to 5, then the total number of water bottles and oil bottles sold in the month of December will be how much? Yes, any answer? All right, so let's start solving this one. Now, first of all, they are talking about the ratio of number of water bottles sold in November and December is 9 is to 10. Okay, so number of water bottles sold in November, let's calculate this. So the total bottles sold in November, careful about this graph. So this is 80, this is 100. So 80 and 100, so 85, 90, 95 and 100. So between 80 and 100, this is divided in 4 parts. So 80, 85, 90, 95 and then 100. Okay. So for November, total number of bottles sold is 90 multiplied by 2, that is 180. Out of which the percentage of water bottles sold is 75 percentage, right? So number of water bottles sold in the month of November will be 75% of 180. Now 75% of 180, 75%, that means 3 by 4. 3 by 4 of 180 will come out to be 135. Okay, so what I've done is I've calculated 75% of 180. 75% I have converted into fraction, which is 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 of 180. 180 divided by 4 is 45. 45 into 3 is 135. Now 135 divided by number of water bottles for December. This ratio is given as 9 is to 10. So number of water bottles, this number will come out to be 150. All right. So the first part of this question is over. Okay. Now let's look at the second part. Now they are saying that the ratio of number of oil bottles for July. So oil bottles for July, we have already calculated that number. It was 96. So oil bottles for July was 96 divided by oil bottles for December is equal to 4 upon 5. So number of oil bottles will come out to be 96 upon 4 is 24. 24 into 5 is 120. So 120 will be the number of oil bottles. So water bottles is 150, oil bottles is 120. Adding these two will give you the total number of bottles that were sold in the month of December. So 150 plus 120, that is 270 will be the correct answer for this one. And very less number of students could give me a correct answer. Akriti, Yash, Manaswi. Manaswi has given wrong answer. Manaswi, एक बार check करो अपना answer. Onkar, good. Sana, Saurav, Naman, Anand, and Aruna. Lovely people. Great. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 13. Now again, be extra careful in this. What is the ratio between the sum of water bottles sold in August and September together and the sum of oil bottles sold in September and November together? So we need to do the bifurcation for August, September. We need to calculate the number of water bottles, and then September and November, the number of oil bottles. Okay, September is common. I need water as well as oil for September. Okay, so I'll use it on like in numerator as well as in denominator. So for August, first of all, let's calculate the number of water bottles. So in August, the total number of bottles will be 75 into 2, that is 150. Okay, and percentage of water bottles is 60%. So 60% of 150, it will be 90. So 90 is the number of water bottles in August. Okay, now let's talk about September. Now I need water as well as oil bottles for the month of September. Okay, so September total number of bottles is 210, which is 105 into 2, and the percentage here is 50%. Nice. So out of 210, 105 will be water bottles and 105 will be oil bottles. That will go in denominator. Plus now for November, I need the number of oil bottles. So November number of bottles is 180 and water is 75%. So oil will be 25%. Now 25% of 180, 1 by 4 of 180 is 45. Alright. So this is the complete numerator and denominator. Now 90 plus 105 is 195 divided by 150. All right. So I'll take out 15 from both numerator and denominator. So it will be 13 upon 10, and that will be the final answer. Okay. So the correct answer is option B. And again, very less number of students could give me a correct answer. Some of you have given a different one, but I hope you have understood what small mistake you would have committed. Okay. All right. Great. Now let's move on to question number 14. What is the difference between the total number of bottles sold in September to the total number of water bottles sold in September and November? Careful with the language, huh? So difference between the total number of bottles sold in September and total number of water bottles sold in September and November. Okay, Kamlesh, any other answer? Yash says 35. Okay, so let's do the calculations. I need to find the difference between two numbers. So first of them is the total number of bottles sold in September. So number of water bottles sold in September, 105 into 2, that is 210. So 210 is the first number. Okay. Second is total number of water bottles sold in September and November. So for this part, I'll first of all calculate the number of water bottles sold in September. So September there were 210 bottles, 50% are water. So this number will be 105. So 105 is water bottles sold in September. Then for November, we have already done that calculation earlier. 180, 75% of 180, that is 135. Okay, so this number is how much? This is equal to 240. So 240 is this number, and now a lot of you are changing the answer. So I need to find out the difference between these two numbers. So the difference between these two numbers is equal to 30. So 30 should be the answer. So option A, option B, option C, option D, no, none of these. So correct answer will be option E, and the value is 30 for this question. Okay. So Naman, Onkar, Aruna, Manaswi, Akash, yes. So these 5-6 people have given a correct answer. All right. Now let's move on to the last question of the day. So question is, yes, Akriti, your calculations are absolutely correct. Good. So if the average number of bottles sold in June, July, and November. Now they have taken an extra month, June, which is not given in the bar graph. Okay. So average number of average number of bottles sold in June, July, and November is 160. Find the total number of bottles sold in June. A pretty easy question, बहुत easy question है. So please don't commit a mistake for this one. Come on, quickly give me an answer for this. Ovesh, all right. So the average for these 3 months is 160. So the total for these 3 months will be 160 into 3. That is 480. Okay. Now June month is not given, for which we have to calculate the answer. For July, the sum is 160, that is 80 into 2. For August, it is 75. नहीं, August पूछा ही नहीं हुआ. November, careful. So for November, it is 90 into 2, that is 180. So 160 and 180, adding these two, 160 and 180, the sum of July and November. So it is coming out to be 340. The sum of the 3 months is 480. Sum of two of the months, July and November, is 340. So the value for June will become 480 minus 340. That is 140. Okay. So 140, that is option A, is the correct answer. And yes, a lot of you have given this as the answer. Okay, lovely. All right, friends. So that is all from my side for the day. I hope you would have liked this session. And as usual, I'll be keep on coming back again and again with a lot of sessions on data interpretation as well as quantitative aptitude for MHCT examination 2022. Okay, so if you like the session, please do press like button, comment, share, and subscribe our channel. In case anyone is preparing for CAT 2022, we have a comprehensive program for CAT 2022, so you can enroll in this program, and all the details are mentioned on the screen. If you want to know something more about this program, you can call at the number given at the bottom of the screen to speak to our counselor. All right. Thank you, Sameer. Thank you very much for your appreciation. Naman, thank you very much. Thank you all the other students as well. You can follow us on Insta. You can subscribe our YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep and press the bell icon. Like our Facebook page, join our Telegram channel where all the experts are there to simply to resolve all your queries that you'll post on the Telegram channel. You can download our app from the Google Play. Thank you very much, my dear friends. Hope to see you once again in my next session. Have a good day. Bye-bye.